So good afternoon everybody, and welcome back to UPI for this, the fourth and final game of the third day of the Under 13 and Under 14 Atlantic Girls Soccer Championships. It's a little bit of a breeze, nice cool temperatures, not too bad, good conditions for soccer in this game. Newfoundland and New Brunswick. New Brunswick in their burgundy shirts, and New Brunswick in their sky blue. New Brunswick kicking from left to right in the burgundy black shorts and black socks. Newfoundland in their blue, white and blue. It's going to be a goal kick. Reese Crocker is in goal for New Brunswick for this game, and Sarah Simmons is the net custodian for the Newfoundland team. Brunswick just trying to get moving on the far side over there. A reminder where we are in the standings. The game completed just a few moments ago. So Nova Scotia defeat PEI by a score of 4-0. Nova Scotia guaranteed their place in the gold medal game tomorrow. And what happens here will determine who their opponents will be. New Brunswick come into this game needing just a tie. They already have a win and a loss. Newfoundland have 2 losses, but of course Newfoundland can still get in, providing they score a few goals. So there's all to play for yet in this game. Nothing is yet decided, other than we know that Nova Scotia will be in that gold medal game tomorrow. So there's lots to play for both teams here this afternoon. And Newfoundland will try and get something moving here. Ball's played forward, looking for the run of Grace Nolan. Now here's an opportunity for Rowan Price to get on the ball for New Brunswick. Good defending though. Price does well, manages to send the ball into the near side. Ball rolled along the line, but it didn't go out. Here's Nolan again, looking for some options. Good pressure by her fellow number 5 there, Marlene Frenette. There is Frenette. Ball's played forward again, this time by Lauren Adams. Yannick Waugh there. And good early pressure so far from New Brunswick. Played forward by Waugh. Russell on the far side. It looks like it's Masamengo. Referee today in the, I'm told it's Fiery Coral, is Hayley Tersteeg. And we've got the Mustafa boys on the lines today. Mandu and Ehab. Certainly a good intensity to the opening exchanges here in this game. Here's Nolan, trying to pick the ball up. Shows a nice turn of heels there. Knocks the ball past Mayor Arsenault. And Nolan goes off to the left, looking for some support. Ball gets played in. New Brunswick are able to recover it a little bit. Here's Price. Bit of a loose pass in the midfield though. And that's number 12, Jenna Filia. And there's a bit of a misstep by Olivia Brown. Brown comes across quickly. And that's going to be a throw in to New Brunswick. Ball is played forward by Yannick Waugh, and that goes out, and that's going to be a goal kick. Ahmed Desat is the coach for New Brunswick. Nicole Moores is the Newfoundland coach this afternoon. Certainly a good breeze just to cool things down a bit. Certainly not the temperatures that we saw yesterday, where it was very, very hot, and you could see it really impacted on the girls and indeed on the play. But today certainly seems to be more of a spring in their step. And thankfully there isn't no problems caused by the heat. Brunswick on the attack again. Ball's bouncing around in there. It's cleared. Oh no, it isn't. It's a player. Ball bouncing around, still not cleared. And in the end, it was Wah who left-footed. And that's going to be a goal kick. Goalkeeper Sarah Simmons with the goal kick. Looking for some short options. And she decides to go long, but it's only as far as Adams. Good recovery though there by number 6 Ava Williams. But it's going to be another New Brunswick throw. Putting the early pressure on in this game. Ball certainly very much deep in the Newfoundland half so far in these early exchanges. Once again, it's won back by New Brunswick. Jarding tries to get a toe on that. Good battle there by Frenette. Once again, the ball comes out here to Price. Ball comes in. Certainly very scrappy right now, which is suiting the New Brunswick team. Good challenge though came in there from Melnick. Ryu tried to keep that in play on the far side, but it's going to be a throw into Newfoundland. Right now, Newfoundland having trouble getting the ball out of their own half. So in this early 7 minutes, I think probably at least 6.5 of those have been spent in Newfoundland territory. Bourgeois plays the ball forward. Nice move. Number 5, Frenette, looking for some options. That's asking a lot there of Price if she can keep it in. I don't think she's going to be able to. Well shepherded out there by Jenna Phillip. Time to go short. Bit of a giveaway there though by Power. But no harm done in the end. New Brunswick certainly putting the pressure on when Newfoundland decide that they want to go and try and play out of the back. Here's Frenette, trying to barge her way through there. There's an opportunity. Simmons has to come. She didn't collect. And it was a simple goal in the end for Johnson. Anita Johnson really just put the ball in the net. It was one from the goal kick. There was an awful mix-up in the back line. And goalkeeper Simmons didn't gather. I don't think Johnson will ever have an easier goal in her life. So a good start for New Brunswick. Probably what their early pressure has deserved. They've definitely been on top in this first opening exchanges, the first 9 minutes. And only needing a tie in this game to put them through into that gold medal game. They'll certainly feel now that it's theirs to lose. Let's see how Newfoundland can respond, because they've started pretty sluggishly in this game so far. They're not really putting enough pressure on New Brunswick, who again are trying to get something forward, and that's a good ball. Johnson's going to chase this one down. And in the end, it was Brown that had to come across, and that's going to be another corner kick for New Brunswick, which Frenette will take. Ball swing in by Frenette. Dealt with there at the near post by Ava Williams. Just to remind you how it stood before coming in. Previous game saw Nova Scotia defeat Prince Edward Island by 4-0. A result that means that New Brunswick just need a tie from this game to play tomorrow. Frenette there. That's a good ball, and Simmons again a little bit unsure. She did get something on it, and thankfully for her the ball didn't bounce to danger. But again, it's good hustle by the New Brunswick midfield. Here's War, who's been very lively in the opening 15 minutes. Ryu on the far side, number 18 for New Brunswick, couldn't keep that in. It's thrown down the line, headed out. And that's going to be a throw in to the Newfoundland team. Going to try and get a little bit of a foothold in this game right now. They're certainly not seeing a whole lot of the ball in midfield, and certainly none up front. Forward by Melnick. Again, it's New Brunswick who are asking the questions, and that's nodded forward. And once again, goalkeeper Simmons, she was a little unsure. She came and then she stopped. Just needs to communicate a little bit more with the defenders, maybe. But what can they get going here? That's Clowater and Ayotte on the far side, combining to clear the danger for New Brunswick, and they're going to win the throw as well. There's Nolan, and just got her ankles clipped there. Referee Terstig says that's going to be a free kick, so here's an opportunity for Newfoundland maybe to try and get some pressure on that New Brunswick back line. Played up towards the penalty spot. Battle for it there by Hipditch. And one of the players goes flying there. I think it was number 11, Gabrielle Ayotte. Referee Terstig says she was fouled, so that is going to be a free kick to New Brunswick. Sent long. Again, they're letting it bounce a little bit too much in the Newfoundland back line. What can they get going here? If they can release this, trying to find Nolan. No, they can't. And that's good defending back there. Good hustle, though, by Nolan. Making life difficult for number 13, Mayor Arsenault, but she did well, and they get the ball out wide. Here's Rowan Price, number 14. Bit of a giveaway, but Frenette can't control. Here's Melnick. And that's a good ball, trying to get player away on the far side, but it can't keep it in, so that's going to be a throw into the New Brunswick team. Hustle there by Anita Johnson, but it is going to be another throw to Newfoundland. Melnick couldn't get it through. Once again is Rowan Price. He's having a lively game on this right wing. Arsenault couldn't get the pass away. I think she probably thought she was fouled, but referee Terstig says that's just going to be a throw. Ophelia with the throw. Melnick. Good hustle there, though, by Lauren Adams. Too much, says referee. Now we're going to get another free kick as we come up to 15 minutes gone in this first half, with New Brunswick leading by single goal to nil. Defensive mix-up, and Johnson was able just to put the ball in the net. Since then it's all got a little bit scrappy. Newfoundland aren't really able to create a whole lot right now. They're just struggling to get the ball under control and make some passes, so that should be their first goal. And then after that, try and be a little bit more threatening in the offensive third, but they just need to get their foot on the ball and start playing a little bit, because right now they're being out-hustled by the New Brunswick team, who on the balance of the first 15 minutes are well worth. And that's a poor giveaway by Nolan. That's knocked straight into the midfield to Johnson. Thankfully it's picked up, but here's Lauren Adams. Frenette's trying to battle for that. Once again, we've got a good battle going on there between Rowan Price and Filia. It's going to be a throw into New Brunswick. Maya Arsenault will take this. And here's another opportunity in Melnikat to come over there. Ball gets cleared. Only as far as Clowater. Frenette had a lot of the ball, got a chance to shoot here, and she does. Just didn't quite get enough on it or to get the direction right, but she lifted her head. She saw the opportunity to have a go. And this time there was no danger for Sarah Simmons in the Newfoundland goal. But again, it was just a little bit of a warning shot. The Newfoundland are probably letting New Brunswick just have a little bit too much space in these dangerous areas. Simmons wants to go short. There's going to be some pressure on her right now. Ball didn't go out, says assistant referee Mustafa here on this near side. This is Mahmoud and Habiba on the far side. And again, there's that short corner which just puts a player right under pressure. And we've talked about it a lot during the broadcasts of how it's certainly admirable that the teams are trying to play out of the back, but it does put an awful lot of pressure on the full-backs to be able to control and make a pass. And sometimes you get the turnovers. And once again, it's going to be a free kick to New Brunswick. You have to say some of that is rather of their own making. It's great to play the short game and to play out of defence. There's no question of that, and it is encouraged, and that's what this tournament is about. When you're under so much pressure, sometimes you just got to relieve that pressure a little bit and give your defenders a chance to focus. But they've got some more defending to do now, and that's a good ball in, and that's gone straight in. That was picked out. Beautiful free kick there. And you think that that's probably going to book New Brunswick's place in the final. It was Yannick Bois who put it in. It was a lovely free kick about 20 yards from goal. Just floated into the near post. Goalkeeper Simmons wasn't able to get there. And that certainly has given coach Nicole Moore something to think about now as they approach the water break. 2 goals down. Goals by Anita Johnson after a bit of a defensive mix-up. Just had a tap in, and then just as we saw, Yannick Bois with a nice free kick, floated in. Only one thing on her mind from that free kick was to try and get it on target, which she did. Goalkeeper Simmons couldn't get across. And that's 2-0. And you have to say on the balance of play, that's more than certainly what New Brunswick deserve. I'm sure our friends who are tuning in from Newfoundland, all the soccer fanatics over there, we know there are plenty of them. Thank you for joining us for this broadcast. This is Nick Murray with the call. Brian McRae is our camera operator and producer. We're delighted to be able to bring you this under 14 and under 13 Atlantic Girls Soccer Championships. You understand our boys are enjoying the Newfoundland hospitality as we speak. And of course next weekend is the under 15 and under 16 championships. So this whole program fully supported by the 4 Atlantic Soccer Associations to develop our young soccer players, the under 13, 14, 15 and 16 age groups. A lot of them will train throughout the winter, the spring, ready for this competition. Yes, looks like now we have a change of referee. So Adele Arsenault is in the game. And Hayley Terstig, who's probably got she may have pulled something possibly. Can't imagine she's been substituted by the assessor. She certainly wasn't doing a poor job by any means. But Adele Arsenault is now in the game as the middle official. Something you don't see every day. One thing that also has to happen is the Newfoundland have got to find a way of getting back into this game pretty quickly. Because right now they're having a real problem trying to deal with this New Brunswick onslaught, and it has been an onslaught right from the first whistle. Both coaches have made a few changes during that water break by the looks of it. Into the game for Newfoundland is Mary Whiffin, number 20. Some battling going on there. It's kept in by Grace Massimengo, one of the changes New Brunswick have just made. Nice turn by Adams. Nice footwork there in the midfield. Ball's played forward, looking for Massimengo. And now is an opportunity. Williams is trying to force her way through, but she can't. And there's Whiffin. Good ball on the far side there. And that's going to be a throw to New Brunswick. Newfoundland trying to battle for that on the top of the New Brunswick penalty area, but it's cleared. Should come back though. Does indeed. Can't be controlled. Nice play there. Here's Frenette, who's had lots of the ball in the first half. Up against her fellow number 5, Nolan. Nice play though by the New Brunswick girls. Looking to try and find Massimengo on this side, but it's intercepted. Here's Ava Williams, number 6. Shows some nice footwork there. Meg Hickey came across, the number 7. Another one of those changes at the water break. Played forward by Adams. Asking a lot of Johnson. Coming up to 24 minutes on the clock. And that's going to be another free kick. Just a little bit further out from where New Brunswick just scored their second goal. But there still might be some issues here if the delivery is good for the Newfoundland defence. Time it's driven in a little bit lower and it is cleared. That's really well controlled there by Mary Noftel. And Nolan's trying to force her way through, but she can't. Some good defending. Here's Noftel again, the number 4. Under pressure from Hickey, and referee Arsenault says that's going to be a free kick. So another opportunity maybe for New Brunswick to get the ball for Newfoundland to get the ball forward. To the top. Williams plays it back. Ball gets pushed forward by Brown. And it is going to be a throw to Newfoundland. Once again, that's going to be a throw in on the far side. The Newfoundland trying to find a way back into this game. Bit by bit, they're creeping towards the New Brunswick goal. It's cleared by Clowater, so that will be another throw. About 4th or 5th in succession over on that far side. Bit of a stiff breeze out here at UPI. The flags to my left are fluttering quite nicely. Here's Nolan, what can she do? Runs into trouble. Ball's going to bounce to the edge of the box. That's a good challenge though. Here's Noftel, tries to get the shot away. Doesn't really get any power behind it. And that's not a problem for goalkeeper Reese Crocker, who hasn't really been tested a whole lot yet, but wasn't the greatest drop kick. Noftel is going to battle for that with number 9, Grace Henry. New Brunswick come away with the ball. And here is Adams. Trying to get Drew Frost going away on the left-hand side, but the defender came across pretty quick. Rather just cleared up into the air, so this has got to be dealt with. Brown is under that. Manages to half clear it. But once again, the New Brunswick team are snapping at the heels and they win the throw. There just seems to be that little bit of sharpness about New Brunswick right now that's got the Newfoundland girls on their heels. Very positive attitude and approach to this game from the New Brunswick team. They knew they needed just a tie coming into this. If they could get a tie, they would be in the gold medal game. But right now they're looking very comfortable. Unless we see a real change in the situation, it's going to be New Brunswick who will meet Nova Scotia in tomorrow's final. Good pressure though again by New Brunswick, but referee Arsenault says that it was a foul this time. But again, it just shows the hustle that the New Brunswick team are putting into this game. Not making life easy at all for the Newfoundland backline. Again, just first to the ball. Stepping in front, making those important challenges. Here's Frenette. Here's Whiffen. What can she do now? Asking rather a lot of Noftel. Nice play by Henry. Williams is battling for that. Again, it's nice play. Just keeping the ball nicely under control. Not trying to rush not rush things. New Brunswick trying to play their way out. That's a good challenge there. Stepped into the challenge well by Mayor Arsenault. And that's a good ball if it gets Miss Smoke on the way. Yes, indeed it does. Massimengo with a shot. Goalkeeper Simmons decided she wasn't going to come, but the angle was just a little bit too tight. And in the end, that is going to be a goal kick. But it was a nice passage of play there. 4 or 5 short passes over on the left-hand side into the midfield. And a good ball to Spring Massimengo. She was unable to find the net. Williams again is picked up there. This Frenette again has been very busy, very lively in the middle of the field today for New Brunswick. I think she's probably had more touches of the ball than anybody. Once again, they get the ball nicely out wide, and here's Drew Frost with a nice piece of skill, a nice piece of acceleration. She's going to cut into the penalty area. She's going to invite the challenge. Ball laid back. Frenette, I've been saying a few nice things about her game so far. That was probably maybe her poorest touch. And the ball goes behind for a goal kick. Come up to, we're in the 31st minute, so we have 4.5 minutes plus probably another couple of minutes for the water break. Simmons is looking for some options. All she sees are New Brunswick players, and again it goes to Frenette, and this should be an opportunity here. Shot comes in by Johnson. It was just that indecision again around the goal kick. I would hazard to guess that Simmons may not have the strongest kick on the team, so I think she's a little bit wary about going long anyway, and she sees everybody short is heavily marked, so I think she's very much in two minds. And right now it's the New Brunswick team that are looking to pounce on these. She's moving her defenders forward, but again it only goes as far as Frenette on the top of the box. They're winning everything pretty much right now, New Brunswick, and Nolan it was who had to scurry back and put the ball out for a throw in. Here's Adams. Back to Frost, sends the ball in. That's a good ball. Masimengo's going to be able to control that, I think. She's now under pressure. Good play by Nolan, who's certainly given her all for the cause. She's playing a striker, but she's pretty much having to do double duty as a defenseman today. But once again, it's New Brunswick that are coming forward with the ball. Nuftel tries to win the challenge. Here's Ava Williams. Oh, took her off well there by Adams. Took it just right off her toe. Fortunately for her, she hits her own teammate. There's a little bit of a pinball wizard going on around there, but it comes out to number 20, Frost. She's got Brown. Shows her a nice pair of heels there, Frost. And in the end, she's going to win the corner. Drew Frost on that left-hand side is proving to be a little bit of a thorn in the side of the Newfoundland defenders. Going to see in a moment what. Oh, we're going to get a foul. No, the ball's coming in again. It's cleared. Pretty much for the whole 35 minutes, it's been a good non-stop wave of New Brunswick pressure. Really, this is what Newfoundland are just trying to do. They're just trying to clear their lines and hope that it's going to stick up front. Williams is battling for that with Meg Hickey. Now it's an opportunity on the far side. It's kept in. Hits the near post. Noftel challenges for that with Henry, but the ball just runs safely through to Reese Crocker. Crocker clears long, and that's going to go out for a throw. It's Williams. Frenette, that's a good ball. Frost is going to try and keep that in. She does. Nice play again. Some great skills over there. She goes, takes a tumble. Rather hoping for the foul. She sort of stays down. And referee Arsenault decides she's going to stop play. Fourth official has indicated there will be 2 extra minutes. 2 extra minutes. Just about covers the water break. Indeed, that injury to Frost there was the first time we've seen a trainer on the field. Thankfully, she's okay. She just have to walk to the side, and now she gets back involved in the game again. And here she is on the ball again. Is Adams. Aftel's trying to battle for that one, but it's all too tight, and again it's New Brunswick that are able to come away with it and send the ball wide. Masimongo's going to try and keep this in. Good tackle in the end by Fillier, and it's going to be a throw-in. Maya Arsenault with the throw. Nolan. Really, it is just a clearance and a hope right now from Newfoundland. Just trying to get the ball out of their area. They just don't seem to be able to put much together in terms of any passing moves. Under so much pressure for all of this first half, and Nolan is adjudged to a foul for net there. And the way this game has gone so far, you wouldn't rule out New Brunswick having another strike on goal here. Maybe 35 to maybe even 40 yards out, but a well-struck ball, and it is taken, but too quickly, says referee Arsenault. She wants the ball put back, probably much to the annoyance of the Newfoundland players. Yannick Roy, who scored from a free kick, is now off the field, but that's played in, and it caused a scramble for goalkeeper Simmons. She got across. I'm not sure whether it was going in or not, but I think such as the first half gone for goalkeeper Sarah Simmons, she wasn't going to take any more chances. I was just happy to get something on that and worry about the corner next. So this is likely to be the final play in this first half, a first half which really has been dominated by New Brunswick. They lead by 2-0. They're looking for a third. Ball comes across. Brown tries to deal with it, and a little push in the back there, I think. A little bit of relief for Newfoundland as we approach the half time. I'm sure if they go in and 2-0, they'll come out, they'll get a talking to, I'm sure, by coach Nicole Moores, try and change a few things around, and you never know, a good early goal in the second half, and suddenly the complexion of this game will change. But again, it's another clearance that's just gone straight to the feet of a New Brunswick player. Adams, smart ball back into the midfield. Here's Frenette, who's been behind everything good that New Brunswick have done this afternoon. Nolan's there with the header. She certainly tried her best. No shame on the performance, number 5. Grace Nolan has put in for Newfoundland, worked as hard as anybody. But right now, they've got a mountain to climb. They're down by 2-0 here at half-time. And again, they have to win to keep any chance they want to play in the gold medal game tomorrow. It's New Brunswick 2, Newfoundland and Labrador 0. And we'll be back in about 10 minutes for the second half. So, welcome back everybody. UPI. Nice sunny afternoon now we have here. It was a little bit overcast a short while ago. A little bit of a breeze. Certainly if you're a New Brunswick player or supporter, you'll be more than happy with the way the first half went. A nice comfortable 2-0 lead here against Newfoundland and Labrador. We need to do something pretty drastic to turn this game around in their favour. Newfoundland girls are already out. Probably eager to get on with this second half. New Brunswick taking just a little bit more time on their bench. Just checked in there, we did have a referee change midway through that first half. Just checked in with referee Tersteeg. She was just feeling a little bit under the weather. Nothing too serious, we don't think. And that's what the fourth official is there for, to be able to step in as and when needed. We've seen a change in the New Brunswick goal. Reese Crocker played in the first half. Julianne Godin is in for the second. And I do believe as well that Claire Windsor has gone into nets now for Newfoundland. I will confirm that in just a moment, but it looks like Claire Windsor is in as the second half is underway. Newfoundland and Labrador clicking in their blue shirts from left to right. No doubt desperate to find themselves back into this game as quickly as possible. The New Brunswick are going to be pretty determined to hold on to this lead. Good pressure there though in the midfield straight away. From Grace Butler, put the ball enough till can't keep it in. And number 7, Meg Hickey is going to take that, and Hickey pretty compromising character in the defense for the Newfoundland and for the New Brunswick team. Be very strong this half, first half. Ball's kept in there. And it's going to be a throw to Newfoundland. Once again, just a shout out to anybody tuning in right now, probably from New Brunswick or Newfoundland. Great to have you with us. I'm sure if you're of the New Brunswick persuasion, you're a lot more pleased with the way things are going right now as that ball is played long. But that's not going to worry Claire Windsor. And that's going to be a goal kick. Just looking around for any major changes in the lineups. Yannick War is back in the midfield for New Brunswick, scorer of the second goal. There's an opportunity here for Maya DeRoche. The half-time substitute is War. Ella Carroll, another substitute, came into the game at half-time. So both coaches Moores and Izat trying to get players in. Once again, the opening exchanges in the second half rather mirroring what we saw in the first half, with the majority of play inside the Newfoundland half. But they're going to have to try and do something, and here's an opportunity now if they can. Ball's played in, but that's asking, unfortunately, rather a lot there. Of number 7, Lacey Whelan, also into the game. And that's sort of a bit of the story and the pattern. Just a few overhit passes, not enough passes to feet, not enough ball movement by Newfoundland. And we certainly saw that from New Brunswick. Nice little passes like that, trying to keep the ball alive, but that's a good interception. But that final ball in the final third, that's been a bit lacking for Newfoundland this afternoon, no question. And that ball easily went through to goalkeeper Godin. Well, at the other end, here's Rowan Price trying to get something going. Shows a good pair of heels there. Price, that's a good ball into the area. There's an opportunity here and a shot. And go ahead, save with her legs. a good opportunity and a good shot there by Mia de Roche. Goalkeeper wins a not the most orthodox save, it has to be said, but she did what was needed. She got down, sort of stopped the ball with her knees, and keeps the score for now anyway at 2. Good work here. Ball still in play, but now it's going to go out by Ariane Rioux. And I think what's happened here is that the ball didn't go out. And it looks like it might be a free kick. It's going to be a free kick. The ball didn't go out. The Newfoundland players did think it went out, but the flag certainly didn't go up. And now is an opportunity for another free kick for New Brunswick to play the ball into the danger area. Free kicks caused a lot of problems in the first half. And here's War with another one. That's driven in. Windsor didn't get her hand on it. Then it sort of somehow squirreled away. Windsor did. She didn't quite read the bounce. And somehow it avoided that far post. And it's going to be another corner kick to New Brunswick, which War is going to come over and take. Obviously the dead ball expert for this New Brunswick team. Comes in, it's a bit shorter this time, the corner, but it's now it is cleared. But well in again there, and that's a good ball. Flag goes up on the far side. Not spotted immediately by referee Arsenault, but she did in the end, and that's going to be a free kick for the offside. Brunswick once again, not for the first time, having to take a free kick deep inside their own half. Aftel's going to battle for that. Here's Ava Williams. Ball goes back to Whiffin. Sorry to number 12, Jenna Fillier over there on the far side, who stuck manfully at her task in the first half. The fullback is Melnick. Wiggled away, but the referee said that was a foul, so it's going to be a free kick to Newfoundland. See if they can get something going here, if they can maybe cause a turnover or some kind of problem in the New Brunswick defence. But it's a short one, but it is bouncing around once again. There's a good block comes in. They're going to try and build. Doesn't find a Newfoundland shirt though. And number 4, De Roche, is judged to have been fouled. And that will take off some of the pressure. Yannick War with the kick. Windsor's coming out for this. Is she going to get there? She is. Ava Williams. Foul by Arsenault, says referee Arsenault. Thrown in on the far side. There's Johnson, scorer of the first goal. She's shown a good bit of pace there, and she's getting away from the defender. She's got away here, tries to shot, but there was some good pressure in the end from number 3 Power. And Johnson just wasn't able to Get enough power on the shot. Probably had one of the easiest goals she will ever score in her life in the first half. Probably about 2 yards out after a bit of a mix-up in the Newfoundland defence. Ball bounces to Johnson, who had the easy task of putting the ball in the net. Good work again there. That's nice play. That's a beautiful ball there by Ryu. Off chance here for Carroll. She's going to strike it left-footed, but no. Would have been better going across the face of the goal, you think? She decided to go near post. And that didn't cause any problems at all for goalkeeper Windsor. And a rather sloppy play there by the Newfoundland. There was no pressure. It just went straight out of play. And that's been some of the problem. A lot of the things have been sort of the mistakes from their own back line. It's made it a little bit easier for New Brunswick than maybe Coach Moores would have liked. Melnick there, shielding the ball very well. Gets the free kick. There through Melnick. Strikes it long. It's War again. That's better. That's nice play until it gets to that point there. Couple of nice passes there. Lacey Whelan involved. Nuftall's pass didn't really find anybody except the touchline. Nice footwork by DeRoche. Gets played in by Hickey, who's had a very good game. The number 7, Meg Hickey, for New Brunswick, I think. Very strong in there. And here's an opportunity now if Butler can get the ball forward. Looking for some options, but again, it's just that final pass. She does recover it well, though, and it could be a problem here if not. Oh, and ball just wouldn't quite sit up for number 4, Mary Nuftall. Goalkeeper Godin came out and dealt with it. I think Nuftall thought she was rather unceremoniously bundled off the ball, but in that situation, I don't think referee Arsenault is going to be too swayed by that. Filia there on the far side, number 12. As we come up to the 12th minute mark in this second half, New Brunswick still lead by 2-0. And at this moment in time, unless there's a big shift in the way this game is going to go, it looks like it will be a New Brunswick-Nova Scotia final tomorrow. And trying to get something going here. That's asking rather a lot of Nuftall. I don't think she's going to get there. Goalkeeper Godin came out, but it's only as far as Ava Williams. If she could get a shot away. Here's Nuftall. Good ball there. What can Nuftall do here? Good strong challenge there. Excellent defending. Yannick Waugh come across. An excellent game she's had. The number 16 for New Brunswick. Just in that holding midfielder role, but she's been able to pass ball well. She scored the first goal and showed her value there in the defense. Nuftall battling hard with Hickey. And that's going to be a free kick. Assistant referee Mustafa there indicating too much in the back. And once again, it's going to be Spa to take it. And a bit of a push there by number 2, Anna Pike. Told in no uncertain terms by referee Arsenault that there will be no more. Once again, it's driven forward. Came off Jansson's arm. That is going to be a free kick. Williams, though, it's a heavy touch. Well picked up by Arsenault. One back. Here on the far side is Whiffen. That's going to be a free kick. Game's gone into a bit of a scrappy phase right now. New Brunswick, of course, more than happy with the scoreline as it stands. Quite happy just to keep Newfoundland at bay. And right now, the Newfoundland team isn't really able to lay a glove of any real consequence on the New Brunswick backline. Play again in there by the New Brunswick team. It's Hickey. Good ball in. Nice run there. That was a good run by Carroll. The ball's still alive. Ball's played in. No problem this time for Claire Windsor. She's going to kick it long. Pike's going to have to deal with this. Turns away well, but good pressure there by Ariane Rio, and she comes away with it very nicely. What is Rio going to plays it in? Bit of a fumble. Finns are able to recover. In the end, there was no danger. Good play that time by Williams. Tries to find Noftel. Good run there by Lacey Whelan. Once again, though, Hickey is over to look after that. And it's a goal kick. Coming up to the 52nd minute. 17 minutes into this second half, almost halfway through. And right now, New Brunswick looking comfortable in their 2-0 advantage. Fillier on the far side. Trying to get Whiffen away, but and that's asking a lot of Rowan Price, as referee Arsenault indicates. After 17 minutes, we will be getting another water break, and we'll be back in just a couple of moments with the final stages of this second half, which right now sees New Brunswick lead Newfoundland by 2-0 here at UPI. So welcome back. Everybody suitably refreshed, including cameraman Brian and myself. As the second, almost the fourth quarter, I guess you could call it, gets underway. I just want to give a shout out to, as I say, all the viewers, especially those that are tuning in from Newfoundland and New Brunswick, supporting one of these teams today. Thank you for joining us. And just to let you know as well that the whole tournament this weekend has been very well run. Great camaraderie, great sportsmanship amongst all the teams. Certainly a big shout out to the New Brunswick Association. Both teams have really gone out of their way to support each other this week. I can see right below me the under-13 New Brunswick girls are all here supporting their under-14 counterparts. They had signs made for them. They gave them a guard of honor as they came out for the second half. Been a great camaraderie by the New Brunswick girls. So congratulations to the association for fostering that great team spirit. And certainly you can see how that's paying dividends on the field right now. As Newfoundland try and find a way back into this game in the last 15 minutes or so. Just haven't had that cutting edge that they need to find a way back into this game. There's DeRoche battling hard on that far side. Gets the return pass. Nice move again by New Brunswick. Number 14, Rowan Price. And that goes off her, and that's going to be a throw in to the team in blue. Ball's played long, looking for Drew Frost, who's come on at the water break. Certainly one of the star players in that first half. I certainly enjoyed watching her play. And that's a foul. So by number 10, Butler, and there's going to be another free kick. And we see a yellow card. We haven't seen too many of those in this tournament. Referee Adele Arsenault judging that Butler's indiscretion was worthy of seeing a yellow. But more of a worry, I'm sure, for Newfoundland is the fact that this is in a good situation. Yannick Roy has gone off. That's one of the saving graces, I guess, for this situation. But Lauren Adams is going to try her luck with this. It hits it into the wall. Elicits a big cheer from the Newfoundland supporters that are out in force here this weekend. We're told that pretty much all the players have a parent with them or a family member, so that's great. A lot of them are staying on afterwards for a little bit of a vacation. I dare some might be heading off maybe to Cavendish for the big beach music festival that's going on here this weekend. Great opportunity to catch some of the big names in country music and enjoy a little bit of soccer as well. So it's a great weekend to be on Prince Edward Island. Butler. Good strong challenge there. Ball gets played back to Hickey, who's been one of the best players on the pitch today, I think, the number 7 for New Brunswick. Meg Hickey had an excellent game. Don't think she's missed a tackle or missed a pass. Here's Drew Frost. Nice ball. Opportunity here if she can get the shot away. She tries. And yeah, the flag's gone up for offside. Shot came in from Ella Carroll. Claire Windsor was brave. And she gets the free kick. So Newfoundland are really just playing with 3. They pushed 3 up front now in the hope that something's going to stick. Need a goal back in this game yesterday, really. We've come to 11 minutes left on the clock with a couple of minutes, no doubt, for that water break. Massimongo with the throw. Certainly a great tournament, this, the Atlantic Provincial Championships, and a big shout out to all 4 associations in the Atlantic region for the programs that they do and trying to create these high performance players. It's a great opportunity for them to play at a high level, and hopefully this will be the start of a good soccer career for a number of these girls, whether it will end up in maybe a Canada Games down the road or a university or even higher. You never know. A lot of the players that have come through national team programs start off in these high performance programs across Canada, and that's what the Atlantic provinces are hoping to be able to produce down the road. But here's an opportunity, and that's not a bad drive there. First time the goalkeeper Godan has really been tested by number 20, Mary Whiffen. That may well be the first shot on target that Newfoundland have had in this game so far. Here's Drew Frost. Good turn of pace there by Pernille Jarding. And that's gone out of play. Oh, it's a nice touch there. Excellent touch by Carroll. Here's Frost, who loves coming in on this left-hand side, plays the ball in. Good hustle as well over there by number 14, Rowan Price, who's been busy. Got a good turn of pace on the Price. Unfortunately, the pace doesn't, the cross doesn't match the approach. So if it stays as it is, it'll be a Nova Scotia New Brunswick final tomorrow, 2 o'clock. And an offside, which unfortunately referee Adele Arsenault was missed, but the call came in and she got it back. Good play there by Adams. Here's Whiffen. Some good skill there, number 20, Mary Whiffen. Looks a very deceptive type of player. But she's got a good one. She's got the ball at her feet. Sort of play you think might well develop into a good player moving down the years. The number 20 for Newfoundland. There she is again, just can't keep that out. I'm going to see a substitution. Going off for New Brunswick is Ella Carroll, and back into the game is number 16, Yannick Waugh. So Waugh is back in. Probably the best player on the field, I imagine. It's fair to say the number 16 for New Brunswick's been instrumental with a lot of things. Is a good passer of the ball, great positional play. And he plays that midfield role very, very well. There's Masamengo. Opportunity to run here. Got power for company. Masamengo does well. So too does the Newfoundland defender. And that's going to be a throw to New Brunswick. As we come up to 64 minutes on the clock. 6 minutes to go of regulation. So unless Newfoundland can really pull the rabbit out of the hat in the last few minutes, and once again they've got some defending to do. Ball's bounced onto the left foot there of number 4, Mia DeRoche. The ball hits the football uprights, and New Brunswick are going to make another change. Opportunity now for Newfoundland to maybe get the ball forward if they can. Noftel is battling for it. Good defending there by Clowater. Masamengo on the far side. Adams, who's been steady as well in the midfield today for New Brunswick. Rather plays that ahead. That's asking a lot of Masamengo. Showing a good turn of pace there, and she came across. Did very well, and that shows the perseverance. She kept the ball in. Fortunately, she wasn't able to make the pass, and Melnick can pick that up now for Newfoundland. Into the midfield, picked up by Jarding. Tries to find Noftel. Once again, it's the combination of Clowater and Hickey. Bit of a loose pass there, though. But here's Adams. Just overhit that. Too much on that for number 10, Drew Frost. Another New Brunswick substitution. Number 14, Rowan Price is going off, and Gabrielle Ayotte is coming in. Number 11, Gabrielle Ayotte, and 14, Rowan Price goes off. And a Pike with the throw. Noftel's battling for that, but she can't keep it in. It's a nice flick on. Here's Adams again in the midfield, trying to get something going. Powell misjudges. So Masimongo's got an opportunity here. No, just goes out of play. But she's going to get the throw. So 2.5 minutes of regulation left. Game sort of coming to its almost natural conclusion. Brunswick did what they had to do in the first half, and in the second half have been more than happy just to contain any threat that Newfoundland may have posed. Coach Ahmed just getting a few plays in at the last there just to keep things fresh, just to make sure that there's no undue alarms at the end of the game. Just trying to see out time. Here's Whiffen. Looks for some options, plays it short. Here's Noftel. Once again, she's got all kinds of players around her. Melnick tries to get the shot away. Noftel's battling hard. There's an opportunity here if they can maybe fashion something. Are they going to try and get a shot on goal? Oh, it sort of didn't really come to anything. Pernilla Jardin didn't really know whether to shoot or pass. In the end, she did neither. But there's still pressure there. Newfoundland is still desperate, trying to get something back from this game. Noftel gets a free kick. So a chance to launch something in the box here and maybe make something happen with just a minute left on the clock. It's going to be number 15 who's going to come over and take this. Daria Walsh drives it in. Here's Pike. Trying to get something desperately. Melnick's trying to get a shot away. Here's an opportunity for Whiffen if she can get there. But Godan is quickly off her line. And that's going to be a throw. Both teams are going to make a... No, waved off by... No, changed their mind. And the substitutions can be made. Hickey is going off for New Brunswick for a well-deserved rest, and so for Newfoundland is Catherine Melnick. And on for Newfoundland is number 17, Samantha Morgan. So Morgan is in. Here's Butler. Newfoundland trying to get something in these final moments of the game. But here's Adams. Rob though there, well done by Harding. Noftel won't give this up, tries to drive it across. A little bit few uneasy moments for New Brunswick as this game comes to a conclusion. Well done by Pike. Wah plays it wide. That's a good ball if it can be kept in. It can't. Ariane Ryu on the far side. So some good late pressure here from Newfoundland. Get the sense though it's all a little bit too little too late. Some of this desperation and urgency maybe at the start of the second half rather than the end. And it may well have been a different story. They're also finding their players a lot better than they have done. But that's going to ask too much of Noftel. And that ball is going to run easily through for Joliane Godin. Was cleared long. Good ball for Noftel to try and chase in the corner. She does very well. Good defending there though by Clowater. It's Pike. You certainly sort of have to ask yourself where all this energy has come from Newfoundland and Labrador. Spent much of the game very much second best in many aspects, but certainly the last 5 minutes or so they've really had a go. Didn't see an indication from the fourth official. I know New Brunswick are trying to make another substitution. And that's going to be a goal kick, and the substitution can now be made. Going is Mia DeRoche, and Ella Carroll is coming back into the game. And that's a goal kick. Taken. Adams doing a good job. Good hustle again, though, by the Newfoundland midfield to win the ball back. So I think we can safely say that it will be a New Brunswick Nova Scotia final tomorrow for gold. Bronze medal game between Newfoundland and Prince Edward Island. Newfoundland are in the under-13 gold medal game. They will play Nova Scotia tomorrow. Trying to get something going ahead here again with Carroll. And referee Adele Arsenault brings proceedings to a halt. A good and well-deserved win for Team New Brunswick. They led 2-0 at the half. They let that lead stand in the second half. A good team performance. Some excellent performance. Some Newfoundland huffed and puffed. Tried to find a way back in and certainly put some good pressure on in the last few minutes. But at the end, it was all a little bit too little too late. A fair result, which means that New Brunswick will be playing for the gold medal tomorrow against Nova Scotia. Team Newfoundland will be playing Team PI for the bronze in the under-13 final. We will have Newfoundland against Nova Scotia, and New Brunswick and PEI will play for bronze. That concludes our coverage for this afternoon. Thank you very much for joining us. Myself, Nick Murray, and Brian McRae on the camera and producer. We hope you've enjoyed the soccer. The girls are probably going to go off for a well-earned rest. Enjoy some Prince Edward Island hospitality this evening. Go out to eat and no doubt rest up for a big day tomorrow. So thank you for joining us. We'll be back with all 4 games tomorrow, and we look forward to having you join us then. Thank you very much.